Hello, art students. The first step of the grid transfer process is to grid your reference image. My reference image is a little bit bigger than 8 by 10, and I want it to end up being 8 by 10. So there's something I'm going to need to do. First, I'm going to line up my ruler with the edge of the picture, not the paper, but the picture, and I'm going to make a mark at every inch along the sides. So I'm going to have about a nice even 8 inches along the sides, and I'm going to make a mark with a colored pencil so that it really stands out against the black and white of my reference image. But on the wide side here, my image is a little bit longer than 10 inches. So I want to get rid of that extra half inch, and I need to be really careful that my marks line up in exactly the same place so that when I go to connect them to make my grid lines, those marks line up in the same place, and that extra half inch of reference image can just be removed. So I'm going to keep my ruler in the same position as I'm making the grid lines on that side of my image, the wide side. Then I just connect the dots with my colored pencil. I'm going to do the same thing with my drawing paper next, but I'm going to use an HB pencil because I want really light pencil marks. And I'm enlarging this by 1.5. So I'm not doing a 1-inch grid, I'm doing a 1.5-inch grid. So I need to be a little bit careful, but I'm going to make those marks at every 1.5 inches, and then same process. Line up the dots with my ruler just on the outside edge. Hold down really, really tight in the middle of the ruler, but then make a really, really light pencil mark. I want my grid to just be barely visible. So I'm going to do the same thing all the way around. Then my last step is to label my grid again along the top and along the side. And it needs to be labeled the same way that I label it on my reference image. So I usually do A, B, C, D along the top and 1, 2, 3, 4 along the side.